Good day, Merry Meet. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, well, welcome. And if you're returning, well, thank you so much. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. And today, I thought that I would be sharing my recipe for Florida water for cleansing not only yourself, but your home, your property, your exterior of your property, and it has so many uses, and I'm sure that you guys will find just a wonderful way of cleansing your space before you even start working it. Now, again, this is simply my recipe. This is how I do it. You know, take and use whatever moves you, or if you don't have things available, then certainly a dried alternative is always good. It doesn't always have to be fresh, because I've made some substitutions myself this morning, so there's no harm in that at all. But what I like to do, first and foremost, for me in my mind, is when I'm making Florida water, I try to raise the vibration in my space. And although I honestly feel my entire home has its own vibration, but for this in particular, for this one, just a very small area. So I do like to get my singing bowl out, because I feel like this does help and raise some of the vibration. So if you'll just humor me for one moment. Alrighty then. So my substitution that I made today is the fact that I don't have 60% alcohol in the house. So my substitution is I'm going to be using Witch Hazel and the last bit of moon water that I've got left. And with the full moon that's happening, and now is a good time to restock my supply. But I've always got a crystal charging in my bottles, and I've always got moon water on hand. So if you don't have alcohol, then certainly a combination half and half of Witch Hazel and moon water, and or water, again, whatever you have. So I have got quite a list of ingredients here, and again, you can use a combination of both, whatever it is that you have. But I've got rose petals here, and I also have some rose water and lemon. Now see, I don't have lemon peels, but I do have lemon essential oil, and I do have some sage, and I probably have some sage oil, but I've kind of left that behind. More than likely I'll just put one of these and put one of these in here whole. And I do have lemongrass. I'm going to use this in addition to the lemon oil. I've got lemongrass oil, and I do have lemongrass. Cloves. The rose petals, of course, are for love. The lemon and the lemongrass are for cleansing and refreshing. And the sage, of course, is for wisdom and protection. And I will be using whole cloves and clove oil. And clove is used for luck and prosperity. I've got cloves and clove oil. And rosemary, of course, is for blessing and protection. And again, I've got the oil and the rosemary. And of course, I've got lavender and lavender oil, and this is for calming effect, to bring peace into your home. And mint, which is somewhere here kicking around somewhere. Star anise for protection, And I'm going to use a holy wood stick. I'm going to use it whole. I've got wood, lightning struck wood. Again, this is got a lot of energy, a lot of vibration. And the mint, now the mint, it brings clarity. I have some copal, some frankincense, and I did add a little bit of grapefruit in here just to go along with my lemon and I've got sweet orange oil, and I've got dried orange peel, and I've got fresh orange peel that I'll be adding. But what you want to do is, and I'll start with the sage, is what you want to do, and again, and of course cinnamon. Cinnamon's here. Yeah, cinnamon's here. And what you want to do is, when you get an ingredient like this, you want to hold it with your intent and in your intentions. I bless and empower this sage to lend its healing and vibrations and energy to this Florida water. Give this water your strength and your power. Lend your healing energy, vibrations, that it cleanse, bless, and make sacred all of my intentions. And what you do is you just take each ingredient, and you guys know I'm from the South, so I don't go by 3 pinches of this and 2 pinches of that. It's really just in what I feel that it needs. And again, you don't necessarily need a container this large, but I'll sit and I will put my intentions and my breath into it. And it's really just that easy. I have some beautiful, beautiful rose, which will bring love, and I don't know of anyone that can't. Not necessarily romantic love or sexual love, but just, a feeling of peacefulness and calmness. And I'm sure some of you know that feeling that love brings. And a little bit of rose and lavender. I'll add a little bit of lavender. Again, it brings a feeling of peace, and it also brings emotional healing. Again, I can't really hold the drops and enchant and intent this, but I can with my other ingredients. Bless and empower this lavender. Lend your peace, your cleansing, your feelings of calm. Bring your vibrations and energies to this Florida water. Give us your peace. Give us your emotional healing. A little bit of lemongrass, just to kind of brighten things up a little bit. I bless and empower this lemongrass. Lend your strong vibrations. Lend your healing. Please give the Florida water the power to repel all negativity that may come our way. A little bit of cinnamon. Just a little bit of cinnamon. I bless and empower this cinnamon stick to bring all high vibrations that you can to release us, to repel all negativity. Please cleanse and bless and make sacred all of our intentions. And some sweet orange oil, if I can get it off. And what you can do with your orange strips is, again, this is nothing fancy, just a little bit of orange peel, but just give it a little bit of a twist to release its natural oils. And have a good handful of those. Orange is known to bring energy, and it's a very, very powerful prosperity attractant. I bless and empower this orange. Lend its high energy and its ability to attract prosperity to us, to this Florida water. And grapefruit also does the same thing. It attracts. I don't have any grapefruit peel. Again, just use what you have. I do have a little bit of dried orange peel here. And I will use some star anise or anise, however you like to pronounce it. Just, you know, just a random amount. Like I said, I'm from the South, and although I do measure when I'm baking, when I'm actually really cooking, whether it be cooking in the kitchen or cooking here, I don't. I just go with what feels right. And again, you have to do with what feels right to you. But cloves and star anise, they bring prosperity, they bring protection and luck. Which is one reason why during Yule I will very, very often, you will see oranges with cloves studded in them, because the orange, it attracts and it brings a lot of energy, and the cloves bring luck and prosperity. So one brings it in and the other, you know, it's just such a wonderful thing. And you know what? I'm totally out of frankincense resin, so I'll have to make do with the oil, which that's not a problem. And as far as frankincense is concerned, I think this is probably one of the things that I think is most important, because it is very powerful. It has a very, very high vibration, not only with what you've added, but in and of itself, frankincense has a lot of vibration to it. And some rosemary. And again, rosemary blesses and protects. I'm notorious for adding rosemary to so many things, because it does provide a lot of blessing and a lot of protection. So I bless and empower this rosemary to lend its blessing and protection and vibrations and energy to this Florida water. Give us the strength and give us your power. Lend us your energies, vibrations, so that it cleanse, bless, and make sacred all of our intentions. And again, put your intentions in it, whether you want it to be protection or to repel negative energy, or maybe just everything. And your holy wood. And if you are so fortunate enough to have some lightning struck wood. We've had a lot of storms, and I went high and low looking for this, but I found it and I got it. And really just take this and blow your intentions in. And if there's something that you want to say, please, this Florida wonder, lend your healing energies, vibrations, that it cleanse, bless, and make sacred all of our intentions. And I'll add the Witch Hazel. Again, I didn't have the alcohol, so, and I do have my moon water. And I'll add, I mean, this is how I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna just basically eyeball it. Equal amounts of Witch Hazel and my water. And, oh, you know what? I'm gonna add one more thing. Again, this is just one of those things, just whatever moves you, whatever you think that it's gonna need. So I've got my sunflower petals. I'm going to add them to bring me clarity, luck, and prosperity. And I prefer, once you're at this point, not to open it if you can. And give it a good shake. Bring the vibrations up. Give it a good shake. And I'm leaking somewhere. Put this on your windowsill if it will fit, under the full moon if you can, and if you can't, then at least set it in the window if you can't set it outside. But let this steep or cook for probably 9 to 14 days, after which you can strain it into a spray bottle, spray it on a washcloth, and start at your neck and work your way down, asking your spirit guides and or whoever it is that you're working with to cleanse and to repel and to protect. You can spray it outside. Although I would be very careful with this as far as spraying it. I wouldn't spray it on any pets or anything like that. But you can certainly add a little bit of this to the water that you use to wash your floors. I certainly think, a very small amount would be okay with that. But with that, I hope this helps you out. And with that, I will say merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.